Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna look at your next success, your next victory. We've got 4 beautiful little spirit animals in front of you. You're gonna go with the one that you feel the most gravitated towards. And yes, of course, if you feel gravitated to choose more than one, you can totally do so. That timer to choose will start now. Okay, so if you were attracted to image 1, before we get into your reading, a couple things to note. Please make sure that if you are liking my readings, if you like my style of content, that you are subscribing and hitting all notifications. I don't want you missing out on an upload of mine or when I go live. I will also be offering the extended reading through my Patreon platform. It's going to look at your next success and or victory, specifically in love. Okay, I'm not saying that I won't be able to, pick up messages here, but that reading will be dedicated fully towards your love life. Okay, and you can find it in the comment section under the pinned comment. As well as if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can also find that link within the pinned comment in the comment section. Okay, so listen, it's gonna be a long read. I am drawing from 2, 4, 6, 7 decks in total, so just be patient with me. I wanna get as much information for everybody who's watching. So let's just first start by channeling all of yours energy into the deck. So this reading is going to be for group 1, those that were attracted to the cute little piggy, a piglet. Let's bring forth messages they need to hear today, not messages they want to hear in regards to their next success and or victory. Now, this reading is going to be very positive. I'm not really looking, the whole topic of it all is supposed to be geared towards positivity. So it's not going to be a negative thing. Okay, so just be aware of that as well. But if I do see a side message that I need to relay to you, I will say it. Okay, I will speak it. It's my duty to. Okay, so let's again channel everybody who's watching in group 1. Let's bring forth messages they need to hear at this time regarding their next success and or big victory. What do they need to know? Oh, interesting. I'm such an impatient Aries that I hate actually waiting for these cards to come out. I just want to start speaking. Let's get more on the Moon. Let's get more on the 10 of Cups. More on the 2 of Wands, more on the Queen of Swords, more on the 7 of Wands, more on the 7 of Swords. Okay, so your next success and or big victory just with these cards alone, it looks to me like with the 7 of Wands and the Queen of Swords, some of you are becoming quite successful with setting boundaries, okay? I feel like a lot of you have had to be very defensive, okay? Maybe even trying to figure out how you're going to, I don't know, set some sort of limitations around your space. Why am I seeing the environment, your environment? Like I'm seeing like your radius around around you. I can't tell if this is symbolically being shown to me because they're talking about your environment. Even like where you reside. I feel like here, one is protecting themselves, but really maybe in the past struggled with that. So I don't know if this is like a physical thing or if this is literally an energetic thing. So what do I mean by that? Some of you have been wanting to, be different. Okay. You've been like maybe even working with yourself to be different, to be a lot more, I don't want to say guarded, but like have boundaries. And I think you're achieving them. We've got the 3 of Wands. There's progress. I feel like a lot of you have been fighting for something as well too, though. And this is something you felt very passionate about. I feel like here you're going to win at that too. I feel like with the Queen of Swords, this is focused energy. And maybe some of you have been trying to be very focused on something. It was not successful in the background, but it's starting to move forward, little by little. There's a huge success around that, and it's all to do with you. Boundaries, limitations, your environment. I'm wondering, because I did hear just now, I'm wondering if some of you, it was about the new year, not kind of going backwards with this, going forwards, wanting there to be a direction that you move towards and that you could stick to. Because I just don't know here, like if some of you have been able to achieve that before. I also don't feel like I have a lot of support with this group. So it's just really been about you. You were your best supporter. I'm hearing that's all you ever needed. Okay, that's all you ever needed. If nobody else supported your dreams or nobody else actually gave it like a SHIT, because I feel like I'm seeing you sharing maybe some things here and there, but nobody really caring. This is all you ever needed, I'm hearing, is just, it was you. It was all, you were all you ever needed. Now, for some of you, your next success and or victory. So I think a lot of you who are watching are aware that you're on a particular path. If you're here on earth, you all are. With the moon here, there's becoming, more, you're getting more insight into this path of yours, because you see with the Hermit, it can be quite dark, he is symbolically on the card, walking through this, looks like nighttime. And he doesn't really know where he's going, but he has this little like lamp, and that's literally his intuition, being guided by his intuition. And it's funny that the moon is there as well too, because it's like these cards are very, deep. Both of these cards together are extremely deep. So I feel like the next success is that there's going to be more clarity on seeing the unhidden. I want you to know, even as a person who is on this journey, you definitely level up as far as insight. I can't say that I was at where I was at right now 3 years ago. I couldn't really see, but now my antenna to the other side and my higher self is so clear. I literally get messages when I'm not even asking for them. So something is happening with the intuition as well. And it's going to be very beneficial to the path that you're walking, because I feel like with this particular path that you're on, you will need help from the other side. You will need help from your higher self. No one is going to be able to help you with this. And that's usually what it's about. I would be, I don't think I've ever met even one person who's been on a spiritual journey who told me that, they had like a guidebook, or they were given a book to, the answers, or, had somebody there to help them. It's very rare. So there's insight coming into this path of yours, and even gifts are getting stronger. And when you can get those downloads very easy from your higher self, that is a gift, okay? Let's move down here. Next success and or victory. Some of you recently just made a choice, and I can't tell you what that's going to be because it's a very general pick a card. So I'm talking to thousands. Some of you have just made a choice, and the choice that you made did not look as great as the other choice, but you went with your heart. You went with your intuition. That choice is going to also pay off. I'm hearing it may not look like that right now, and that is very cryptic for me. I feel like whoever's on the receiving end of, hearing this, you'll have to understand it if it's for you. Because I feel like here there was two choices that you could have done or walked down, two paths, but you chose the one that was the less glamorous one, maybe the less, what it looked like on the, outside. It's like, maybe to others it would have looked better for you to go this way, but you chose to go with your heart. You chose to humble yourself and maybe go down a path that nobody would understand. That success and that victory that's coming through in the reading is in regards to that. It will be successful. It will pay off. Now I'm going to leave that alone because it's very cryptic for me. And I am being told that whoever's going to understand that will understand. And that can be in anything. It could be in love. It could be in money. You could have just said no to something that looked beautiful, wrapped up in the prettiest, bow. But you caught an intuition about it and you chose to go down a different route. That is going to be your next victory. Now, others of you are walking away from things that are no longer serving you. There are people who are watching who have made some huge life decisions regarding tradition, regarding the matrix, okay? I don't care if it's that you walked away from, you know, your family that no longer supported you, you know, could support you anymore on this path, or if it's a job. That is also going to pay off. Now, with that Nine of Pentacles, I want you to know it's going to take time. But listen, this is a psychic reading, so I will be able to pick up, you know, down the road. But with that Knight of Pentacles, I can't lie to you. That is the slowest moving energy in the whole deck. And it's actually quite funny too, because the pig actually symbolically is always kind of late to the game. But they're actually one of the most luckiest animals, spirit animals to have as your Chinese zodiac. So that kind of is kind of poking out at me here. Slow and steady wins the race. But I feel like here you have walked away from something, or you've made huge decisions that holding you back. But it feels like it's tied to some sort of tradition, something that no longer resonated with your belief system. You've moved away from that. And listen, if it is a belief system, and it's just a belief system, that also counts here, okay? I'm looking at this Seven of Swords now with the Four of Cups. Next, success and or victory. I want to get more. I want to get more on that. More. Can you give me more on the Seven of Swords and this Four of Cups? So I feel here there could be something that surrounded you, something that was extremely manipulative, okay? This is feeling like, to me, when I'm engaged with either a situation or someone, it's like a soul contract. I feel like that is breaking. Some of you are walking away from soul contracts, and it could be an environment or a relationship that's going to free you. You better believe with the Devil. There was some aspect of this connection that kept you in lower vibrations. And if it's just that you're releasing somebody, that's also good, okay? But this feels like I heard soul contracts. Soul contracts are breaking. You also need to know that your next success and victory is that you're moving out of like manipulation. So wherever you're going forward in, you're not going to be being able to experience the same things. You're upgrading. You are upgrading out of those experiences. So I don't care here if it's like, I'll never find a crappy job again, or I'll never find a crappy person. You're going forward. Be careful though, not to look back. Okay. With that Seven of Swords, leave that stuff in the background. Okay. You have just walked away, I feel like, or accurately nailed your manifestation regarding something toxic. And it could have been an addiction. It could have been an obsession. I don't know. You know, it's again, a general reading, so I have no idea. But you're going to be successful with this. And it literally held you down. Like, I'm not kidding with that Devil card. Like, this is something that literally had a hold. Why am I hearing paralysis? Paralysis. It's almost like it's like a state of paralysis. It's like I can't even think clearly. Whatever this was, you are successfully nailing this. You are coming out of it. And for some of you, I did just hear too, it could have been like a dark night of the soul, feeling completely helpless, not being able to have control. Some of you went through something. You had to feel something to heal something. But I feel like I'm seeing symbolically somebody coming out of the water, you know, like, you know, if you kind of in a tidal wave, but then you kind of make it upstream. So this is beautiful, really beautiful. Let's get some more. Let's get some more. Let's go into this deck now. Okay, so let's just get a good shuffle. I'm going to pull 4. I feel like doing 4 today from this deck. Let's get 4 cards from you on your next success and or big victory. Just getting a good shuffle because I cannot shuffle that whole deck. It's humongous. Okay, so let's get some cards for group one. We're channeling everybody who's watching. Let's try Spirit to, get a message for everyone on what their next success and or victory will be about. Oh, marriage. Okay. All right. Wow. Some of you are going to be solidifying a union. And listen, it's the 21st century, so let's just take it easy with the marriage. I mean, some of you, yes, will be going down the altar or making it, down the aisle to the altar, being proposed to. But some of you, it could just be moving in, getting more serious, maybe becoming exclusive. That is something I feel like a lot of you are watching right now and saying, yes. And listen, you don't have to know the person. You don't have to know the person yet. Like, just, be open. This can be even future that's coming into your life. I feel like it's interesting because I feel like what is being tied in here as well, too, is that a lot of you will be moving forward in something that's a lot easier than what you've experienced. Okay. I'm not saying that there won't be lessons in that, because listen, there's lessons in everything. Okay. So don't, think just because you're married to your soulmate, you won't deal with stuff, please. Okay. But that's coming for you more. Something important, such as a new job or a raise. So we've got the bag. It's in the bag. This is in the bag, I heard. Some of you are getting new jobs and or raises, but listen, it's important. It's important, and it will level you up. If there are those of you who are waiting, for news like this, there you go. Wonderful, wonderful messages. Keep going, Spirit. Haystack, karma, you will reap what you have sown. Two messages with that. Some of you have been reaping good karma. I really do feel like that, especially like with this message for some of you. Some of you chose to go down a path that may have been like the road less traveled, or, moving in a direction that, others didn't understand. But listen, all of you right now are reaping good, like pile one, you're reaping good karma. Okay. Karma doesn't have to always be a bad thing. There can be things that you do that are positive and, create equal opposite reactions, which comes back to you in a positive way. So this is beautiful. And for others of you, not others of you, sorry, the other message in that is that maybe you will be able to get front and center to that. Okay. Maybe you will see someone else reap what they've sown. Karma will be playing a factor in your next success and victory. And listen, I'm not really into the whole, like, watching people go down, but listen, it's coming through. So maybe some of you need to hear that, there is somebody particularly in your life who has maybe not done the nicest things to you. They will reap what they've sown. It's a double message for me. Okay. More. Hills, obstacles to overcome. So listen, there will be obstacles. You didn't come down to earth to have a grand old time. Sorry, not one of you is getting away with that, okay? But what that card talks about is that regardless of the obstacles, you will overcome them. So listen, you've got an energy around you that's protecting you. I feel like at this time you are leveling up with the Queen of Cups. You're becoming a very wise person. You are intuitive. You're becoming more psychic. And I feel like a lot of you need to be told as well too, just with the Queen of Cups as well, is that, listen, maybe there were aspects of your life that you didn't exactly feel. You didn't want to feel. Now that you are open to that, I feel like here it's going to help you to navigate yourself more, especially with the Hermit, okay? Because listen, if you are closed off to that type of stuff, if you don't want to, think that there's a higher power out there, or understand that, emotions need to be felt and you just are full of blocks and don't want to even, go there, you will have a tougher time. But I feel like here you're gaining that. So amazing. Amazing. Okay, let's get one card from this deck. This is going to be my Brittany Carmichael deck. Let's just pull one card for you. We're channeling everybody who's watching in group one. What do they need to be aware of regarding their next success and or victory? What do they need to know? Believe in yourself. Unleash your inner unicorn. So what did I say with the Queen of Swords? I feel like here there's a shift with you. It's all about you. It's all about you shifting within you. It's not about external forces. This is something that is going to help you unleash and unlock a whole new world, okay? A whole new world. You are starting to believe in yourself. I feel like there's a lot of people here, and listen, it's understandable. The world is not a pretty place. They don't teach us to believe in ourselves, but you are unlocking that. And through unlocking that, magic will start happening for you, okay? If you have been working on that, you feel like you're in that space, then great. There's just more of that coming. Again, something's been unlocked with you. And it's like the butterflies that are just like, floating around her head tells me, she's just growing, she's just growing like the butterfly does, when it changes. And it's like the future looks positive, and she feels good about herself on this card. I can tell, even though her back is turned to me. And a lot of you have been struggling to, get that happiness within yourself. It's coming. It's there. And it's going to open up again, a whole new world. Okay. All right. So let's get one card now from this deck. For group one, a collective message for everybody who's chosen group one regarding their next success and or victory. Divorce. Listen, this is really reminding me back, to this, okay? Some of you are releasing yourself, and don't get, like worried if you're in a wonderful marriage. I'm not saying that, this is going to be, we're talking about a success or a victory. Some of you need to break away from something that's no longer serving you, okay? And the divorce can be symbolic for anything. A divorce from your job, a divorce from your mother, a divorce from that friend that is just, it's not working out. Some of you will be very successful in leaving or unattaching yourself from something with that devil that does not serve you any longer. And it could even be a space, like you gotta really mold it to whatever you're dealing with, okay? As the viewer, you have to participate. Because again, I'm speaking to thousands. If you want something more personal, then you will have to book that, okay? But listen, some of you are getting a divorce, and some of you want to get a divorce, I'm hearing. It's not just breaking away from that, bad thing I was saying. Some of you are probably in marriages and very worried about wanting to take this step, will I be okay? Divorce can be quite nasty, but for some of you, you may be in marriages, honestly, or relationships that you just wonder, how's that going to work out? And it's being shown to you through this reading to let you know that you will be victorious with it. You will be successful. Yes, for some of you, it may be painful, but the other side of that will be so much better. And even, having that experience will be also freeing. Okay. Sometimes we can't see that blessing. We worry so much about the fear, yes, things take time, but you will be victorious with it. So that could be very specific for some of you. But remember, use the divorce, that word, to anything. Okay. You can do that with, anything. Again, a job, your mother, a friendship. You will be breaking away from something that no longer serves you. That's for sure. It's time to go. And I did hear that with the soul contract. It's time to go. It is time to go. Let us get one card now for you guys from the Fortune Oracle deck on what you need to know about your next success and or victory. Judgment. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. So I did actually want to say with this group, the more that I was getting deeper into the reading, it did look, even though we got some external things that will be happening for you, it did look like this group, their whole success and victory, the energy around, this group will be really within. And let's not underestimate that, because, we always want to have something tangible, like a material item, but we never really look at that inner growth and understand that inner growth can actually help you attract all those external things way quicker, okay? Than if you are not looking within. So listen, you will be very successful with this soul searching, okay? The soul searching, the path, the spiritual path you're on, it's basically saying on the card that this soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. And what are areas of your life? Your money, your job, your love life. It will somehow magically transform all of that. And I understand, because when you are on this spiritual journey, at the beginning, you don't even know if it's a curse or a blessing. But as you go through it and you level up, you do the work, you start to see the gifts that come with it, okay? And let's not underestimate peace, okay? Please, okay? Peace itself is so priceless and underestimated. Like, you will get that. If you've been in a place right now, at the time of catching this reading where you haven't had peace, you cannot say that you've honestly had peace. You will get peace. That will be your next success. You will be overcoming. Why did I just hear anxiety? I just heard anxiety. There are some people who are extremely nervous, and I understand this. I had it. I've nicked it actually through spirituality. I never went and did anything. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but I never went outside of myself to cure it. I went within. I dug deep to find out the root of it. But I feel like here some of you will be curing that as well too. It's going to hit you on every level, this soul searching. And again, with that Queen of Cups, my goodness, connectivity to yourself is just so underestimated. It is. So good for you, pile one. Let's get 2 cards now from this deck on what will be your next success and or victory. Group 1, what will be their next success and or victory? Freedom. Look how free she is on the card. Look how light she feels. And I'm not talking about like physical weight, okay? I'm talking about all the things she's gotten off her chest. You will have freedom. I really do feel like with this card, even though the subheaders say casual, being single, lightness, I really am still focusing mainly on the freedom, because that's what's lining up with this whole reading, is that you are going to free yourself from the things that you no longer want to experience, okay? There is a lot of, with this pile, could be a lot of people who are watching who have these like inner demons that have been, really running rampant in their life, okay? And I get it. I was there once. But I want you to know that you can totally fix this. It's not like it's, you're a doom and gloom thing. You have the power to heal yourself. And I think you are going to be 100% with this reading. And it's going to change, again, every category of your life. Every category will get way better, more fun, lighter, and you will have freedom at the end of the day. It won't matter to you what is happening. It won't matter to you about, if you have somebody, if you don't have somebody, what's that person up to? Like, you will be free. Let's not underestimate freedom, okay? So let's grab one more for you guys on how your life will be changing, in the way of success, a success and or victory. Yeah, so we have career here. So I feel like here, business, success, and advancement. But let's also be very symbolic here, because it is a tarot reading. Yes, it could be your tangible workplace that is getting better. But listen, you could also be, your career could be, even with that briefcase, maybe even starting your own thing. You'll be very successful in starting your own business. But this could also be advancement just as far as, spiritually as well too. You're working hard on this, it's beautiful. Anytime anybody takes that time to really go and soul search, it's just, you have to be told that. You have to be told how awesome you are, because people don't do that, okay? They just don't. They look externally. You are looking within. You're going to be very successful with yourself and what you are able to correct within. And through correcting that and becoming more free and that soul searching, it will bring in so much for you, okay? All right, I'm going to pick 3 cards from this deck. Let's do 3 cards. Let's pick 3 cards for group 1. What will be their next success and or victory? Next success. These may provide actually more external things, so this deck is good to bring to the table because, we've been looking a lot within with you, but this may provide things out there, outside of you, as far as, successes and or victories. So let's pull 3. So we've got encrypted, set up to fail, and we've got unrequited love. And look what's on the bottom. Trust your intuition. So your intuition has been highlighted throughout this whole reading. I think it's important to actually leave that right here on the bottom of the deck, that card. So listen here. You've still got to fight in this game. You've still got to fight in this game. I feel like a lot of you are battling up against something that you feel like is just way more powerful than you. You may feel like, I'm not going to be able to win this, but look how tight that hand is around that barbed wire. You've still got to fight in this. And that is going to have to be translated to person, what that means to you in your life. I feel like here, whatever you feel like is going down the drain right now, whatever you feel like that it's bad's happening to you, or that you can't get in front of or ahead of, there will be a turning of the tide. You will be successful with this. It may not look like that outwardly, but you will be, okay? Encrypted. I think right now, this is symbolically, I feel like, talking about what it feels like right now for you in your life. A mystery, not knowing what to do, which way to move. Nothing makes sense. I don't have clarity. I feel like this card is talking about the fact that things will become clearer, but you got to be patient. So your next success and victory depends on your patience, but also understanding that there's a reason for the encryptedness. And that is everybody's soul journey. You have no idea where you're going. Just like that Hermit card, you will have no idea where the hell this is all taking you to. And sometimes it can take years, but guess what? You get there. So you are going to start to embrace this encryptedness. Okay, you will no longer care if it makes sense. You will be following your intuition. We've got unrequited love. I feel like here you will be very successful. This is you for me. A lot of you no longer feel the same way about a particular situation, a passion, or a person. And you are, I feel like, going to close the door on this because you realize it's no longer serving you. This for me is not about somebody feeling that way towards you. This is how you feel about a situation. It's just not doing it for you anymore. And you will take steps, I feel like, to move out of this, and you will be extremely successful with it. So this was your reading. Wow, pile 1. We started with, a huge amount of messages, and be very proud of yourself. I know maybe nobody is, but as long as you are proud of yourself, that's all that matters. If you'd like to catch that extended reading where we look predominantly in love, and how you will be successful and victorious, you can definitely check again the comment section. But this was your reading. I wish you all the best. Take care. Okay, so if you were gravitated towards image 2, the cute little bunny rabbit, this is going to be your reading. Before we start, though, a couple things to note. Please make sure that if you are liking the way that I read and my style of content, that you are subscribing and that you're hitting all notifications. I don't want you missing out on a reading from me, and I don't want you missing out when I go live. So please make sure that you are hitting that subscribe button. That goes for pre-existing subscribers as well. Make sure you have all notifications on. As well as if you'd like to catch the extended reading, we are going to be looking at your next victory and or success in love specifically. It will be a love reading, and it will be offered through my Patreon platform. So you can find that link within the comment section, the pinned comment, as well as if you'd like to book a private reading, you can also find the link to my Etsy shop within that pinned comment. Okay, so let's get into your reading, guys. I'm very excited. Pile 1 went really well, so let's see what's in store for you. Be patient. I am going to be drawing from 2, 4, 6, 7 decks in total. So you may be with me for a while. Get cozy. And this reading is meant to be very positive, okay? I don't know that I'll be really gearing up towards, anything that would be, of a warning or, being, cautionary. This is really going to be tailored. I'm asking Spirit to channel your next success, your next victory. So, but if I do see something, I just want to say, I will let you know, okay? If there's a side message or something you need to be aware of, I will let you know as a responsible reader. So let's just channel everybody who's watching in group 2, every single person who's watching in group 2. Let's bring forth the messages they need to hear, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. What is their next success and or victory? What do they need to know about that? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. This looks great. Really great. Give me more on the Ace of Wands. Give me more on the Five of Cups. Give me more on the Temperance. Give me more on the Eight of Cups, more on the Nine of Cups, and more on the Two of Swords. Wow. Okay, so listen. The first thing I felt like I saw with that Two of Swords is that some of you have been praying and hoping for something, maybe even clarity on it, or, a direction to move towards. But some of you straight up have a particular wish. And whatever you clicked on this reading for, and you had that in the back of your mind regarding whether you were gonna get that or if it was going to be successful, it 100% is. With the Ace of Wands, that's a huge yes. And this is regarding a desired outcome. I feel like it could also be a manifestation. Some of you are manifesting clear goals. You've got something you really want, but this could also be direction. 100%. Some of you, and just bear with me, I'm speaking to a large group. So there will be some things that are very specific and others that are very general. But some of you, I feel like here, you're either going to become or move into a more of like a boss role. And that could be with anything, within anything, a company, your own life, taking control. But this could also be that you could impress a boss, okay? There could be something that you've been holding on to regarding your boss that moves forward in a way that you want it to. But this is also very much about you taking the lead in your own life. And I feel like here, it's kind of cute. Because with the Two of Swords, this is a standstill card. This is a card of sitting on the fence because you don't have enough information to make a decision. But with the Emperor is all about wisdom, okay? So maybe you've gotten to a point where you have enough information, or you get information and you're able to move with that information. Finally, I'm hearing, okay? But straight up, with that Nine of Cups clarified by the Strength, some of you are using ask-formations or manifestations, And I feel like here, the world is your pickle. The world is your pickle. You are somehow, with that strength card, changing in a way that is, really beautiful on you. I don't know if you're getting peace. I don't know if you're becoming peaceful. It's kind of interesting too, because the rabbit, the little bunny rabbit, so cute. But the rabbit is a very kind and gentle, no one ever looked at a rabbit and didn't, think they were the cutest things ever, but they're very compassionate. The spirit animal of the rabbit is very compassionate, very kind. You take care of others. Now it's your time. Now it's your time. I feel like I'm hearing, because maybe you have been, and look at what she's doing on this card. Is she not taking care of this animal? Right? She's being very compassionate. She's getting her way though. She does have her hands right where his mouth is. And, he could bite her, but he doesn't want to, because it's all the way she's handling it. So what I'm trying to say is that you're going about things very graceful. You've been patient. You've been doing your due diligence, your part. And I feel like here in time, your next success and victory will be whatever you clicked on this video on. It's very specific for some of you, but it could also be that your boss starts to see you in a particular way, where they start to, I feel like here, I don't know, want to offer you something, but you also could be getting wiser. But you could also be, with the Emperor, moving into a new role. I do feel like I'm getting like this emphasis on a new role for you. You will be in a new role. And what I like about the Emperor is that you have control. So take that for however as you will. It could be regarding something very tangible in your life, but it could be that you have control over your life. You're gaining wisdom and you're being very graceful about it. So to me here, there's a lot of energy that you've put out in a particular way that can only come back to you in a very fruitful way. Now, what I also want to say here with the Knight of Wands, adventure is coming. You could be maybe even, wanting more fun in your life, wanting to feel more free, but really just wanting to have more fun, laugh, get out, do adventurous things. That will start to go right for you. But I feel like this could also be regarding a person. And I don't know that you know them yet, but I feel like this is wanting love, like passionate love, something that is, exciting, not boring whatsoever, not with the Knight of Wands. There could be some of that coming into your life, okay? Something collectively, just as that passion, your world becomes like it's full of color, but it could be also a person coming in who will give you that romance that you desire. Now, I'm going to move down here. I like these two cards with the Eight of Cups. I really do. With the Hierophant, because that tells me here you're walking away. You're walking into a new phase. This is about new beginnings. This pile, you've got new beginnings. You've walked away from enough. You've done enough. You've mastered your lessons. I feel like here with this pile, you may have been in a forever cycle that just was never ending. And it was just like loading up on your plate, all these trophies that this person has collected could have been wounds or just more responsibility, but they've mastered it. But now they're walking on to something better. And what I like about the Hierophant is that, this could be a newfound faith, some sort of belief system that has helped you through this. By staying strong. I do have that strength card. It's still staring at me in the face. Okay. I feel like here, you're walking on and you're moving on to better horizons. And with the Hierophant, you're taking a particular belief system with you. So listen, I don't know if you're like faith-based. I don't know if you're into faith, whatever type of faith that may be. I don't want to get specific here. That is helping you. But I feel like for some of you, I have to also mention that you could be walking on and moving on from tradition. Okay. I feel like here I'm getting the peace sign. I don't know why, like this sign, peace. I'm done. I'm done. I don't know here if some of you have been battling up against tradition in some sense, but I feel like here you're moving on from that. You no longer want a part that won't be playing a role in your life. Now, I also have here with the Temperance and the Hermit, What's interesting about this pile is that it's looking to me like it's just very spiritual. I don't know. I feel like here your faith has been tested. I feel like your tolerance has been tested, like you've went through the wire. And I feel like with the Temperance, it's been a long time for some of you. Some of you have been really suffering, but I feel like with the Temperance, it's starting to speed up. And all this process that you've been taking, you know, to kind of look at this, you know, look at your life, look at, you know, timing wise, what's been happening. I feel like here it's getting better, but this could also be, you go again, that faith. Temperance is that card of, you know, 1 foot in the material realm, 1 foot in the spiritual realm. So I feel like here you're going to be using this to your advantage. Materialism will manifest. I think a lot of you have some sort of wishes regarding material things, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. It does not have to be at all. I just feel like here it's coming. Now with the 5 of Cups and the Queen of Swords, your next victory. Now this for me is 2 things. I think a lot of you who have clicked on the video have not been doing too well emotionally. You're rising up. I'm seeing like the Phoenix, and you're moving into a Queen of Swords, and you're getting mental clarity. You're moving out of emotions, maybe emotionally driven energy. Some of you, I wouldn't be surprised if you've been very testy, or if you've been an emotional basket case, and you may have had good reason to be so, okay? Maybe you've been going through a dark night of the soul. Maybe you've been dealing with, I don't know, nasty people, etc., etc. But now you're rising up to the Queen of Swords. So this, I feel like, you know, let's not underestimate peace. You know, I feel like you're becoming a little bit more, like that emotional part of you will suppress a bit or like deflate a bit. And, you know, you'll be able to rise up and just have that clarity to move forward, you know, why did I say forest? Forward. Maybe it's been like a forest for you, you know? What does the forest symbolize sometimes? Just like going into it and not knowing how to get out? Maybe it's been a deep forest for you of emotions. But I feel like here it's been hindering you. Your emotions have been hindering you. And I don't want to knock feeling emotions, but listen, I feel like moving into Queen of Swords, this will allow you to move forward in your life in a way where you can think clearly, okay? Maybe there's not so much as, you know, ups and downs. You're not having those as many anymore. But I feel like here, this could also be that you're getting more powerful. Queen of Swords, we cannot deny, is very powerful. Now, I am going to tell you another thing too. I also heard another message for a few of you. There's a particular woman, I feel like, who has not been the nicest, has not been the most forthcoming in the way they came at you. What do I mean by that? I think you caught an energy about them. They have not been the truest friend or the truest person, because I don't know if this will be a family member. I have no idea. I feel like here, this person, I'm just putting my hands on it because I feel like they're going to receive something that shows them like who they are. They will see a truth about themselves, and it will be good to see because they need to see that. And I think it's maybe even being shown how, you know, they were treating you, but even everybody around them. There's something about somebody else that you may know who I feel like, and she is a woman. She's a woman. She has not been the nicest. I feel like something is coming towards her that will reveal an aspect of her to make her really look at, you know, what she's been doing, how she's been behaving. And if you want to say, yeah, it could be karma, it could be, but she's going to get that. So I don't know if there is a particular want about another person, like a success or a victory over another person, somebody who has, you know, done malicious things, has hurt you. Think of the first person that comes to your mind when I'm talking about this woman. I feel like there's a payback coming, okay? And it's not you doing it to them. I think it's the universe. So that's interesting. Okay, so let's get some more details for you guys on your next success and or victory. I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to pull 4 from this deck. I feel like I want to do 4. That's what I will do. So we're going to channel everybody who's watching in group 2. And we're going to bring forth what they need to be aware of, what's coming towards them in the way of success and or victory. Victory in some endeavor. So how funny is that? So we're talking about being victorious. You will be. You will be, absolutely. And you will win. That's very cute to the reading, but let's get more. Tower, solid foundation, success without effort. So you are becoming more of a solid foundation within yourself. That's what I felt like over here with the Queen of Swords. Like you're regaining your power. I feel like your power may have been taken from you, or it could have been even taken from you if you were going through something deep, like a spiritual awakening. It's been a rocky ride. It's been very bumpy emotionally, but I feel like here you are getting stronger. Even if you're feeling everything, you're still getting stronger. And I feel like this solid foundation, this will lead to many successes. And you did get that success with effort, but there is effort here. Okay. On your end, I can see that you are participating in your life more. Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. So this is very symbolic for me. Like when I was talking to you about the Emperor, this is what I'm saying to you here. A lot of you like feel symbolically like the elephant, like you've just been on a journey that's lasted so long, you just can't even remember when it started, you know? But I feel like here we all had a purpose and you will be successful in this. So I don't know where you're at. There's thousands of people watching like within your particular journey, but what you need to know is all leading somewhere. Now, for some of you, I did feel like here you would be taking a trip that could help towards this. There are some times in life where you take a particular trip and it does something for you. It's not just about partying and drinking. I am seeing some people who have chosen this who are trying to work out details right now in order to get away. It could be a retreat. It could be some type of area that has healing properties. You will go. You will go. Okay? More. Okay, we got a dark man. We got a dark man. So there's some success coming to you and or victory regarding a dark man. Now, how that victory will play out, it will be person to person, but you will be victorious over this dark man. Now, if that is that person has had the ball in their court, the ball will be in your court. If this is someone you don't know, you will gain a dark man. Now, when I say dark man, he can be white, but he has dark hair, okay? Then all the other cultures, you know, that are darker skinned, okay? But that could be also a new person coming in, a new love. But it could be also success and victory over a particular man that you are dealing with right now who I'm hearing has caused a lot of stress, okay? Let's get a card from my Brittany Carmichael deck. Let's find out with pile 2 what victory and or success will be coming to you. Next, we're channeling everybody who's watching in group 2. Practice Feng Shui and create a sacred space. Pile 2, a lot of your victory, a lot of your successes that are coming your way are not being created out of thin air. I mean, in a way they are because they're being attracted, but you are working on yourself. You've been working on yourself, and that's what's attracting it in. You are creating a sacred space, and that could be with anything, where you live, who you engage with, who you give energy to. I feel like here, a lot of you as well too, maybe even entering into a sacred space. So if a lot of you have been wanting to move or declutter your area, or I don't know, she's playing with cards and crystals. I don't know if you've been also wanting to connect to your higher self. You will also be very successful with this. But the sacred space to me is very sticking out very much to me with this card. I feel like here it starts with that. And I think that you also, by becoming, again, this Queen of Swords, creating this solid foundation within yourself, you're attracting it in effortlessly. So good for you. It all starts with you, I'm hearing. And it is you. You need to like pat yourself on the back. You need to really look at what you've done, I'm hearing, because some of you, I feel like, really downplay what you've done. You don't really consider it like you've done that much. Maybe you're watching others. But this all starts with you. It really does. And again, you're gaining wisdom, right? So with that Two of Swords, you could have been like in that position for the longest time. You just didn't have enough information to move forward or feel like you could move forward. But through your grace, through your patience, lots of patience with this pile, you are going to be left wiser in the end. So it's beautiful. Let's get a card from this deck for you guys on what is coming to group 2. What is coming to group 2 next in the way of a success and or victory? So we got this card. I can't say it out loud. SEXUALITY. Listen, I'm not going to lie. Some of you, the first thing that came to my mind, maybe watching this group and not extremely sure yet of what yours is. Or this could be something about maybe transitioning, okay? You will be successful with this. You will be victorious. But listen, also, this can also talk about that energy period. Maybe there is something that is wanted. You know, maybe you want a deep connection. Remember what I said to you about the Knight of Wands coming in? You want passion. I feel like here you've been trying to figure yourself out regarding this. A lot of you have been working at this, even if you are straight, okay? You've been working on this. You've been really wanting to go deeper, maybe having somebody to go deeper with, a deeper connection. But this could also be maybe wondering how someone feels about you. Someone's still trying to figure themselves out. That talks about where it's at right now. We're talking about what your next success and victory will be. Someone will be, I feel like, attracted to you, SEXUALLY, in the way that you want them to. A lot of people who have picked this pile want to go deep. They really want to go deep with someone. They don't want the surface stuff anymore. And I don't know if you also know this too, but the rabbit itself can be a very SEXUAL symbol. We all know rabbits, they like to, get busy, okay? So maybe a lot of you have been feeling this energy, or it's been building up, or it's been pent up, and you want to express it. That's also going to be victorious. I think the universe is about to bring you somebody in that could go to the depths that you want to go with, which is very exciting. Okay, because we all know there's more to this than, they ever teach us about. And to experience that, it's just like going to another dimension. But for some of you, I wouldn't be surprised if people have clicked on this video and are in the midst of transitioning or wanting to, and need to be told that they will be very victorious with this, if that's what you want, okay? Let's get a card for this group from our Fortune Oracle deck on what success and or victory is coming next to them. Fire. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. So what did I say? Right? You've been going through the fire. You really have. And emotions have taken over. There's been so much sadness for this group. But it's necessary, and it's not going to be a waste of time. Now, we do have the 10 on here. So I feel like there's a huge ending coming towards this. There's been emotional upheaval, But that emotional upheaval is going to subside. Something is going to, I feel like, cool the flames, fan the flames. Actually, I never noticed this, but if you look at the fire, there's actually like sparkles and light being shined out of this to tell you that it's just not a waste of time. Maybe a lot of you had to go through the fire to get to the good part, but that's ending, okay? And letting go of the emotional upheaval, which I saw again right here, it's going to allow you to embrace the renewal of the presence, because new things are coming in. They are. And with that 10, I think that your worst days are behind you. Your most emotional days are behind you. What used to get you down, you'll be moving on from. You will be, in a phase of healing so that you can move forward. And through that, because there's something very big coming through with that, of letting go of the emotions, what's, not gone right for you, or maybe who's done whatever to you, that will also usher in something new. And that would be a success and a victory, would it not? So good for you. Let's get 2 cards now from this deck. I am feeling like there's some people here who have just like, it's been a roller coaster. It's like 2 days good, 1 day down, 2 days good. But that's the way it is. Like, you need to be told it's not you. You're not crazy. Everybody who goes through this process deals with that. But I promise you, it gets lesser and lesser. You will get to a point where nothing will worry you. Nothing. It's not even possible. Okay. I'm there now. And I used to have that. I used to be down for 2 days, then back up for a couple days, then maybe a week good, a week not so good. Now I'm very balanced. I've been able to work on myself to get into that, flow of being balanced. And I've kicked, my anxiety. I can't even worry. It's not possible for me. No one can get me down. Maybe a lot of you had to go through that so that you could get through it and move forward. Because I feel like with the 5 of Cups, there may be a lot of people who are watching this who are really have dealt with a lot of darkness. Okay. Group 2. Talk to us about their next success and or victory. Ice King. Boss, entrepreneur, detached. Are you kidding me? So that's lining up with the Emperor. Okay. You are becoming a boss. And it's kind of interesting because there's that lion again. And, with the Strength card, she had her lion as well, too. Lions may be a very important thing to you. I feel like for some of you, who knows? I should mention it, though. But I feel like here, this lion could have been like that inner energy of yours. Like, I don't want to call it a beast, but maybe a lot of you had this thing that bothered you and it was just never able to stop, like, wreaking havoc. But you have it tamed now. Even this lion on the card is very tame. And this guy is in his complete power on the card. He's an entrepreneur, he's a boss, and he's detached. And detached is where you want to be. I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel things like through experiences. It's beautiful to do that. But being detached is also has its benefits as well. And you are going to be, I feel like, moving into that energy. Some of you will become bosses. Some of you will start your own businesses. You'll be entrepreneurs. There will be a lot of thoughts coming through on what you want to do with your life. This looks really nice, but it really lines up with the Emperor for me. So good for you, really. Now, I will say there's another message coming through. If a lot of you have been dealing with an Ice King, someone who has been afraid to kind of also show you their emotions, okay, because we've been talking a lot about emotions here. Let's say you've been dealing with somebody who has not really been the most forthcoming or has been emotional towards you or been able to feel like they can be free with that. That may also, you may be very successful in that as well. So that person may come forward and express, okay, there is an expression of emotions that I feel like may be coming through from an Ice King that you've been dealing with. Okay, give me one more. Short-term, quick fling endings and time. So don't get scared. The card is not what it seems. So look, there's a clock, okay, on the card. There's a broken heart. Some of you will be victorious in getting over a heartbreak, okay? Something that, and it doesn't have to be like it was a romantic thing. It could be a heartbreak with anything. And we've seen here with the Five of Cups, you've been dealing with a lot of emotions regarding something. I can't pinpoint what they are because it's a general reading, but a lot of you it's been lingering with this clock, and, hoping and praying for it to go away, to stop, to move on, to be able to get over it. I feel like here you're just right there. You're going to be able to move on. You're going to be able to heal your heart. And I feel like there's going to be an ending to this. Time has been at play. It's been going for a while. And it's something that you keep deep within your heart. And again, it could be pain. It could be like suffering. You will be mastering that. You will be victorious in achieving this where you never forget it, but you don't have to feel it anymore, okay? It's there. It's almost like you've twisted it into something beautiful. It's become, maybe even creativity, but it's no longer a heartbreak. I'm not saying you'll never forget this pain, but you'll be able to master it, okay? So that is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Let's get now 3 cards from this deck. This deck should give us some more external things, but we never know. So let's just keep it open. But let's channel everybody who's watching in group 2. Everyone. What's coming to them next in the way of a success and or victory? Opportunities await. So there's a new door opening for you. We've talked about that throughout this reading. Doors are opening, okay, where they were shut or there was so much obstacles to walk through them. Maybe even people standing there not letting you even open them. Now the doors are unlocking, okay? You will be walking through new doors. You will be playing different roles. You will be doing new things, period. And that entrepreneur energy can be with anything, okay? So get ready. Life is about to pick up more. Intense shadow work. So what did I just say? Right? This whole reading has been about intense shadow work. It's been intense. It's just like it literally could have taken you out. I feel like, I just see people I can't take any more of this. But you know what? You held on. You were brave about it. You were compassionate. You were patient, and you handled it with very, style and grace, just like the rabbit does. So beautiful. Your next victory is going to be mastering this shadow work. I mean, wow, that's probably one of the best things to receive, right? I would take that over a BMW any day. More. Easily distracted. Okay, so I feel like I've said this, again, I've said this before in the reading. I felt like this emotional pain was distracting you. It was hard for you to focus. But you're mastering this. You're moving into the Queen of Swords. All she has is focus. She doesn't play around. She keeps her, her goals very clear. She doesn't, mess around. She's not going to let anybody take her off of them either. She sees that tunnel and she just goes straight no matter what comes at her. So I feel like you're going to be mastering this distraction that has been, a big part of your life. And it could have come through, your own mind, your own heart, or even people. But this card is a 41. So that tells me, through change, massive, intense shadow work, shadow work that had to be done, had to be felt. This is how you're going to also achieve this. This pile is really, you are victorious moving forward. You are successful moving forward because of you. It's because of you. There's no helping hand here. I don't know that I feel like anybody's going to come out of the woodwork. Maybe you resonate with that. Nobody has helped you. It's always been you helping you, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. So if anything, you're just a soldier. You're more of a warrior than anybody else. So good for you, pile two, sorry. If you want to catch that extended reading on how you will be victorious and successful in your love life specifically, you can find that link again within the comment section. I wish you all the best though. Take care. Okay, so if you were attracted to image 3, the cute little puppy dog, this is going to be your reading. But before we start, a couple of things to note. Please make sure that if you are liking the way that I read my style of content, you are subscribing, making sure that you are hitting all notifications. I don't want you missing out when I upload or when I go live. So please make sure that you are subscribed. And that goes for pre-existing subscribers. Make sure all notifications are on. If you would like to catch the extended reading, I'm going to be looking into how you're going to be successful and victorious in love specifically. This will be a love reading. It will be offered through my Patreon platform. You can find that link within the comment section, as well as if you'd like to book a private reading, you can also find that link within the comment section. So let's get into your reading without further ado. I'm excited. I am going to be pulling from many decks, so just be patient. This could be quite a long reading, so just, bear with me. Let's just channel everybody first who has chosen this group. Let's channel their energy into the cards, and let's bring forth messages they need to be aware of, not the messages they want to hear, regarding their next success and or victory. What do they need to know, Spirit? I just felt like I heard, and I want to get it out before more messages come through. I tend to be I get very excited and impatient. That's the Aries in me, so I need to say it. I felt like I heard you will be getting the love that you need. Some of you have been very neglected as far as like just love. Maybe just giving love, but not receiving. You will be getting the love that you need. Now, who that will be from, it could be even from yourself, but let's just continue. Wow. Beautiful. Just beautiful messages coming through for you. The other thing I heard too, just in case, because I don't want to forget it, is that if you're teaching a particular person a lesson, I feel like here they're going to learn it. It will be effective. Weird. I can't tell if that's like a man that you're teaching that lesson to, but listen. It's profound. It's profound here. So listen, lots of messages here. Actually, so far, the most external messages I've received, because pile 1 and 2 was very much about the people who are watching, like their world, their inner world. This actually is a lot of external things for you. So listen, I feel like there's going to be a new beginning. Okay, with that Fool, there's going to be some new path. This is about putting my foot forward finally. I feel like with the Queen of Cups, you may have been going through, again, a lot of things emotionally, maybe dispersing your energy. There's something new about the way that you're going to be walking forward, okay? I don't know if you decide to take a particular action. And this feels very much to me like when we are changing something about ourselves because we feel like it's no longer serving us. Give us more on the Fool. That card was on the bottom. Kind of interesting. This is a belief system, okay? This is a belief system about yourself. I do feel like with the Queen of Cups, she does tend to give a lot. This could be where we're becoming more selective. Okay, I feel like you have you're going to be moving into a different way of being that actually you're being called to by your higher self to do. Not everybody does that, okay? So if you don't think that's a success, I urge you to open your mind, because there are a lot of people who know what they should do and they don't do it. They just continue doing the same old thing and they continue to get hurt. I feel like here you're moving into, I feel like a new you. And it feels good. It looks good on you. This will look beautiful on you. Now, with the Four of Pentacles and the Emperor, I feel like this has been, you've been moving through a time of gathering. Some of you, I'm hearing you've been working your butt off. I feel like this is, the success around this is that you finally move into a particular position. This feels very career oriented to me, where now I have enough of what I need to know or do, and now I get to sit on that throne. I don't know if I'm speaking to students, or I don't know if I'm speaking to somebody who is moving up in the company. Not only that, I could be moving into, speaking to entrepreneurs. Some of you are becoming entrepreneurs. You're sitting at the head of the table now. I don't know what that means. I am hearing like you're going from taking the scraps to sitting at the head of the table. So that saying, I feel like, has a lot to do with where you worked, maybe. You know, maybe you had to kind of like, I don't know, keep your mouth closed, you know, do your time. But then now I feel like for some of you, you're moving up. You're finally ready. And divine timing is at play. And even if you're becoming a business owner, it's the same thing too. You're going to sit at the head of the table. But I am hearing though that preparation meets opportunity. So this had to come in a way. You had to be prepared for it. But that's going to be your next success and victory. Not only that, money is coming to you. I don't say that often, okay? With that Nine of Pentacles, someone has clicked on this reading looking for me to probably, you know, most likely say something about money. And that will be, you know, an array of different, you know, requests, because, you know, there's thousands of you watching. You are moving up money-wise. You're becoming more independent. There will be more money, I'm hearing. They're showing me somebody who has been living very tightly, maybe by choice, doing the right thing. And now I'm moving into a different, you know, stage of my life where now I can afford more luxuries. And I'm seeing like luxuries, like, well, maybe they may not be to you, but clothing, food, like outings. I have the money to eat nicer. I have the money to dress nicer. I felt like I also heard too, some of you may actually be able to get a vehicle as well too. Like life gets more comfortable. It becomes more comfortable. So listen, if you want a house, it's the same thing. I can't keep naming off things. I'll be here all day, but there's a manifestation, a desired outcome. And with the Knight of Pentacles, this is always for me, yeah, it's money, it's an upgrade, it's independence, but it's comfortability, you know, security. Like, yeah, I can go spend $100 on, you know, food or a dinner because, you know, I'm good. I got, you know, this much in the bank. I'm cool. I can handle it. A lot of you, though, you may have been feeling like you had to be like that, which is fine. Maybe there's a reason for it, obviously. But now you can kind of breathe a bit. There's more money coming in. And listen, you know, the Nine of Cups, I like the desired outcome interpretation, but it can be a wish card. But it's a boost. It's a boost. I feel like I'm boosted. It's surprising. It's like, wow, you know? And what's great about this actually is I don't feel like you are forcing it. So I feel like you've been manifesting it, but really doing a good job at it, you know, like doing equal parts, you know, your part, having that belief system in place. You know, I just feel like independence is just beautiful here, being independent. And it's interesting because, you know, with the dog spirit, does a dog not rely on, you know, everyone, you know, that, well, their owners, not everyone, their owners to take care of them. I feel like here you are moving more into independence with this spirit animal, you know, because I do feel like, you know, when we look at animals, like it's kind of sad in a way because their survival depends on, their owner. But I feel like with you, like you're taking more reins with that. So it's beautiful. Clarity is going to be coming forth about a man. Okay. I feel like here there's going to be something revealed regarding a man. I don't care what you are watching. If you are a female, a male, whatever, there is going to be some sort of, I feel like, revelation. I'm trying to dig deeper just through remote viewing to see what they're talking about with this. And I feel like it's finding out something about what makes them tick. Now that symbolically means to me, like maybe you know somebody, or maybe you just met somebody, but maybe you don't really know them. I feel like they open up to a side of themselves. They show you a side of themselves, but for them, it would be progress. It would be progress because this person maybe tends to be a little bit more closed off. Queen of Swords is here. Listen, anything you've been putting your heart into, your efforts, your sweat, blood, and tears, it's going to pay off. Okay. I feel like a lot of you, I can't deny with this spread, have been super focused, laser focused on what you've wanted. I even feel like, 2023 was a year of really testing, your limits on if you really thought you were going to be able to like hold on, do this, like get this done. It's beautiful with the sun. I mean, the sun card just talks about victory, success, the sun shining on all your efforts. Now with the Six of Pentacles and the Death card, again, I'm feeling like there's an ending to poverty, some sort of poverty. And I don't care. There's going to be levels to this, obviously, with thousands of you watching. If there are some of you who, don't consider yourself in poverty, but like you can't take a vacation because you just can't afford that, that will end. If you are renting and, you would love to buy a house, you will buy a house. Like there's a leveling up. There's something coming to a halt, I feel like, and it has to do with money. It's like huge in this spread for me. There's more freedom coming. There's more security. There's more room to play, which is nice, really nice. Now we've got the Lovers on the bottom. I just feel like with this, there could be some success with the Three of Cups regarding a very deep connection that you've had. There could be victory. It's very general. You'll have to wait till I get into the other cards. I can't give you too much on that, but I feel like you're going to nail this connection. You may be somebody out of a lot of people who have these types of connections that may be actually successful with this, okay? There is good times coming towards this connection, but I feel like with the Lovers, this can also talk about very painful decisions. I'm telling you, this group has had to make decisions that they've not wanted to make. About anything, like person to person. It's been like where, others would fold, you just held on strong. And those rewards are coming from those decisions made. Let's get into more cards. Let's find out some more details here. So I'm going to pull from this deck and just give me a moment to shuffle. It's quite a big deck. Let's get 4 cards from this deck for those that are watching. For those that are watching in group 3, what do they need to know about a success and or victory coming to them next, very soon? Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Didn't I tell you that? Listen, I just because I want this reading to resonate with everybody, sorry. I do want to also say, I don't like to say this too often, but it could be that there's a windfall coming. Not only that, with a path, it could be passive income or another route to making money. Let's not underestimate the multiple income stream thing. Quadruple income streams. It's like no boundaries here with this pile. And you better believe if you are becoming a boss, okay, or you're about to start something, you need to hear the message that you will be successful. And listen, it's the tip of the iceberg with this. If you are starting your own business, don't just think it's going to be whatever it is. There could be paths, Okay. So for example, when I started YouTube, I never even thought that I would ever do private readings. I never thought that Patreon would come into the place. These are multiple streams. Okay. So money is coming. It's just, it's already existing in the future timeline. You just have to catch up to it more. Gavel, involvement with the law. Now that is very specific. Some of you who are involved with the law, you will be very successful and victorious with it. That could be a very specific message for some of you. But listen, take that anyway. Like if you are even becoming trying to become a lawyer, or you're, in school, like you will also be successful with this. But listen, if you do end up, like, let's say you catch this reading now and maybe in 6 months from now, you end up getting involved with the law, remember this reading, you will be victorious within it. Okay. This thing will not hold you down. Okay. And even if it's someone taking you to court, they will not be successful. This is a reading specifically about how you're going to be victorious and successful. So I'm not reading that in a negative way. Nor do I feel that way. Give me more. Kite, vacation. Did I not just say that for some of you, it may have been so tight that you have not been able to do that? This pile is getting a lot of external things, which is very exciting for you. While other piles may have, gotten a lot of success with the inward, I feel like with you guys, you may be a master manifester or a master at, maybe you've already done the work and this is just the reaping time. But vacation is coming into play. You will go on one. You will be successful and you'll be victorious. And not just one, many. Okay? More. Oh, spiritual love. Spiritual love. Some of you will be successful. Did I not even just say that with the lovers? I felt like here, listen, whatever you're experiencing with somebody, whether that be that it's a future person or someone that you know right now, listen, you may be one of the lucky ones, okay? You will be very successful. You'll be very victorious. This spiritual love is meant to bloom. It's not meant to die, okay? We've got the lily. So that flower on the card is very symbolically potent and alive. It's not dying anytime soon. So listen, it's either coming to you or you're experiencing it right now, but regardless of which category you fall into, you will be successful. So let's move into some other decks. I'm going to go with this one. Let's get one card from this deck. On your next victory and or success, what does pile 3 need to be aware of? What is going to be their next victory and or success? Get creative and excite your imagination with wonder. So she's sitting down and at this table and she's really brainstorming, okay? It says actually on a picture, I don't know how well you can see this. It says on the picture in the background actually that it says create something today. You are going to be very successful with creating something. This talks to me about you doing something very big, something you may not even be able to wrap your head around right now at the time of receiving this reading, but you're about to do something with your life. Okay, either that or invent something or create something. And listen, if we've got some people here who are already business owners, you're just getting started, honey. You are just getting started. And listen, if you've also been going through a block, or you felt kind of like bored, that passion is coming to you, but you're meant to do something. She looks on this card like she's about to do something. She's just on like the precipice of it, the brink. And you will be known for something. I feel like here, it just feels very independent to me. I don't feel like it's being handed to you. I feel like you're doing this on your own. And listen, if it's that you're creating your world, honey, like good job, okay? Like this reading so far has me so high energetically, like I feel great. Like you should feel great. Let's get a card from the Fortune Oracle deck. Let's get one card. One card for those that are watching in group 3. Talk to us about their next success and or victory. Owl. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. Yeah, you are the owl. I do feel like with this group, you know, I feel like you've mastered change. That is a 23 card. So I feel like we reduce that to a 5. I don't know. There's something here, like I'm just feeling as the reader, like you've kind of went through a lot already. You know, you're kind of at the reaping stage, and the owl is the most, the highest spiritual animal that would represent wisdom. I just feel like you're already there. You've done a great job. You've moved through, you know, transition, like effortlessly, like a boss. And you're like a old soul with this now, this spiritual, you know, change. And I feel like it's bringing me back to this card over here too, with that Queen of Cups and that new beginning with the Fool. I feel like here you're mastering something that's going to change you energetically in order to bring in all these successes and victory. Really, I do feel that. I don't know. I think you've went deep. I think you've really kept a good head on your shoulders, maybe even remained very optimistic. And I feel like that's why all of this is coming to you now. Wow. Okay. Let's get a card from this deck. Have you also been listening to these like messages, these spiritual messages? I don't know if we've got some people here who have been watching, like, you know, been gravitated towards particular readings, or maybe you've gotten like, you know, synchronicities. This also reminds me of those who like listen to their higher self, even though they don't have the bigger picture. They just go with it. I'm like that. Spirit's always telling me to do something, yet I don't ever understand it. I don't ever have time for it, but I go with it. And then it always pays off. They're showing me that. I think that's for some of you. You need to know that, you know, following this intuition of yours has brought in you like great successes. It will continue to bring you great successes as well. So if you've kind of moved out of logic and moved more into spirit, kudos to you. Okay, give me a card from this deck, please, for those that are watching in group 3. What will be their next success and or victory? Okay, so we got Earth sign. I said to myself that if I get one of these, I'll draw a second one. So I do have Earth sign. That could just be for a few of you. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, so we're speaking to you, those of you that are those signs. But listen, it's just for, you know, some of you. Don't worry. The reading still resonates. It's for you. But if I said that if I got that those cards, I would draw a second one. So that's just a little message. I feel like here actually with the Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns, there is a hand and there's something that's being handed to you. You guys actually may be receiving something very unique, a particular type of success that is just, it needs to be left unsaid. I am, as the reader, not being shown it. But when you get it, you will know what the heck it is. You will remember this reading. You'll be like, that's what it was. And that's just something very special. Okay, again, we're not knocking the whole reading, but for the Taurus, the Virgos, and the Capricorns, okay? And listen, if that's your rising sign or your moon, it's still for you. It's a general reading, so of course, okay? I don't care if you tend to rely on your North Node. If your North Node is, you know, an Earth sign, that's also for you. But let's get one more. What can we give, you know, what kind of information we can give to those that are watching in group 3 that need to be aware of as far as their next success and or victory? Moving, yeah, change of residence, moving in with your partner. Listen, this can be very symbolic. It could be moving, period. I felt like I saw that with the Fool card. You will be moving forward, okay? And I mean, you will notice it. This is not little by little. This is big. This is going to be a new you, okay? A new improved you. But some of you could be moving into a new house. That's what's coming towards you. I said that with the 9 of Pentacles. If you've been just been wanting to move, period, like out of your parents' house or whatever, you know, into like a different city, that also is going to be very successful and victorious. But this could also be for some of you. It says moving in with your partner. So some of you will be getting more serious with your partner, maybe more, you know, exclusive, more serious, more live-in type of thing. So that's great. That's wonderful. Okay, so let's get 2 cards now from this deck. Let's get 2 cards from this deck. Those that are watching in group 3, their next success and or victory. Wow, how many times, guys? How many times? So we got money. Money, 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 money. Money. Wealth, luck, and finances are going to be on the up and up. I don't care if you've got you know, investments. Those are growing. You know, just apply it to your situation, guys. Like, you know, it's going to be person to person. But I mean, we've gotten money so many times through this this spread that, you know, just, you know, enjoy it. Enjoy it, guys. Okay, more. Okay, we got a dark male showing up. Okay. That could be for some of you. Okay. And that could be anybody. That can be darker than lighter. So even with darker hair, tan skin, just apply it to you. But we've got some sort of victory or success with this person. And if your person reminds you of this person, I'm not saying like, you know, looks wise of the card, but it's the first person that came to your head and he does resonate with being darker, then there you go. Like, don't take the descriptions too literal. You know, if I say dark male and you have somebody who comes to your mind right away, that's your person, okay? But he's darker. He's not a blondie, okay? There will be some sort of victory with this person. And I feel like this person is watching you on the card and very attracted. He's got his shirt open real wide. So I don't know, he looks like he wants to devour you. I feel like here this could be more intimacy with this person, more romance, more love, wanting to express physically, everything. He looks like he's ready to go on that card. So that's great. Wonderful. Okay, let's get 3 cards now from this deck. For pile 3. I mean, could it get any better? Could it get any better, guys? Wow. 3 cards, please, on how pile 3 will be victorious and successful. What will be their next victory and or success? Hostile work and place environment. So you will be successful with this. This is going to be very specific. I feel like here, there are some of you who have been really putting up with and dealing with a very abusive, hostile workplace. You will be successful. Whether spirit closes the door on this for you, or you get to walk away, you are being successful with this. This is a reading of being successful and victorious. So I'm not reading this in a negative way. I feel like this is the issue for some of you. You will be successful. Maybe right now you don't have the answers, but it will come in whatever way it does, but you will, I feel like, be removed from there, or something will be done about this. Okay. More sugarcoating. So you will be, how will you be successful and your next victory? I think a lot of you are moving, when you move into this new you, I think this will go away. I think a lot of you have been really struggling maybe with expression, how to, you know, really speak your true feelings or speak outwardly to others, or, you know, maybe it's just the way you say things or your communication. I feel like here there will be, I feel like, a newness with this. This will be, I feel like, you will do better with this. I really do. I'm getting like people who are maybe kind of on the side of very kind-hearted people, but maybe they tend to be a little bit shy. They have a little bit of anxiety. I feel like maybe you tend to sugarcoat and, there is a struggle to express yourself freely. You will be victorious with that. I'm not saying that you're going to go all the way towards a bulldozer, but there will be improvement on this. And if you've been wanting that, figuring out a way to try to change that about you, because maybe there's aspects of it that are just not working out for you, when you tend to sugarcoat, that will be an improvement for you. Now, for others of you, I feel like you may find out about something that has been sugar-coated. It's like, I'm seeing like sealed up. I don't know what this means. It's like sealed up. It's like something you're not aware of, that you're not being told properly. It's like, I'm trying to dig deeper with what they're showing me. I feel like something has been withheld from you. Something was disclosed to you or told to you in a way that was not the truth. That will also come to light. You will be victorious in finding out about this. So if you are watching and you're like, yeah, there's something that's been bothering me. It's like my intuition's telling me it's not right. Yet these people or whatever is being shown to me on the surface, it's like it's not matching up. That will be revealed to you. It's like that. I hope you got what I meant with that. Because I do feel like some people have been played with here, really. And it could be very important what they've been played with, and they should have not been lied to. Okay, give me more. And just think of the first thing that comes to your head when I say that. That's how you're going to know that that's for you, okay? Is there some aspect of your life that you feel like you're being run around? Someone's not saying what they're supposed to. Someone's lying or holding back. Something along those lines. Interesting. Okay, give me more. Give me one more card for those that are watching in group 3 on what their next success and or victory will be. Spiritual support. Okay, so this will show up for you. If a lot of you have been wanting spiritual support, knowing that your angels are there, or, just the signs, getting the messages, knowing that you're on the right path, you will be supported spiritually. But not only just that, it will be like present. You will be aware of it. It will be shown to you. And I think a lot of you want that. I think you really do. This is also more help from the angels, your guides, your higher self. That's coming to you, Wow, pile 3. I mean, wow, really? I feel like this was the pile to pick. Really was the pile to pick. Good for you. If you want to catch that extended reading, we're going to be going deep on how you'll be successful and victorious in love specifically. Again, you can find that within the comment section, but I really wish you all the guys best and enjoy your blessings, really. Take care, guys. Okay, so if you were attracted to image 4, the cute bear, this is going to be your reading. A couple things to note though. First, please make sure that if you do like my style of content, my reading style, that you are subscribing. I don't want you missing out on a reading from me or when I go live. So please make sure that you are hitting that subscribe button and you are tapping all notifications. And that goes for pre-existing subscribers as well. Please also note, I will be doing a follow-up reading to this one, an extended reading on how you're going to be successful and what your next victory will be, specifically in love. And that will be offered through my Patreon platform. You can find the link to that within the pinned comment in the comment section, as well as you can find the link to my Etsy shop if you would like to look into booking a personal. So let's get into your reading. I'm very excited to be here. This has been an amazing reading so far. All piles are just doing it, killing the game of life right now. And I can't wait to look into what's going to be happening for you. So let's channel everybody who's watching in group 4, every single person in group 4. And let's bring forth the messages they need to hear today, Spirit, not the messages they want to hear. And let's please bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. We are going to be channeling those that are watching what their next success and or victory will be. Wow, powerful player cards here, for sure. More on the Queen of Swords, more on the Tower, more on the Fool, more on the Emperor, more on the Hierophant, and more on the Page of Swords. Wow, guys, I feel like there's a new you emerging in a way that, you know, there's shock value to this. I don't know if we got some people here who are watching who feel like people don't even know who you are. This is extreme change in a good way, but it's extreme. Like, I feel like people don't even know who you are. Like, this new you is actually wreaking havoc. It's wreaking havoc. And it could be that, you know, maybe people don't like it, people who were used to the old you, but you will be very victorious. And I feel like that because maybe this new you took a leap of faith with it, the Fool, you know, and maybe people didn't agree, but it doesn't matter because you're going to be successful. Whatever you're doing right now in your life, you need to keep like avidly moving towards it, because I feel like that's what's telling me that with the Knight of Swords. I feel like a lot of you are going back to basics, or going back to, with the Six of Cups, something in the past that you used to love to do, or going back to the old you in the past, the one that was like untouched, like untainted by the world. Another message that's coming through. Wow. Listen, you're going to be very victorious as far as like who you are as a person if you're putting yourself out there. My eyes went and shot right through to the World card. Okay. I feel like here you are maybe right now in this young apprentice mode. See that with the Page of Swords? You may be learning something right now. If you're learning something online or you're taking a course, listen, you will be successful. This whole World card is the card of successful, you know, completing goals, finishing what you started, coming to the end of a cycle. But I'm not going to lie, if some of you out there are trying to put yourself out there online, oh man, that's a big omen right there. Big omen that you will be successful. You will be seen. A lot of you, your next victory or success is fame. And let's not go to the nines. I'm not saying that, you know, you'll be a billionaire, but what I mean is, like, for example, like me, I have somewhat of some fame. People who are in the tarot community, they know about me. You know, I'm not saying it has to be on a humongous grand scale, but it'll be what it means to, like, you in your life. I feel like here, you also need to be told that there's going to be a very abrupt ending. And this is for me. I mean, yes, you could resonate with it now, but it could be coming up. It's going to look like, oh my God, it's not going to look like what it is. I feel like there's a huge ending coming into your life, and it's got a surprise factor to it. You need to be told that this is also going to be very successful and victorious. So be careful with the moment, like being in the moment of feeling that, because I feel like here you won't be able to see where this is going. It will be ending somewhere positive, but you will have to go through something first to achieve it. And with the Tower, that can be very transformational. This spread so far is looking extremely transformational. I mean, we've got the Queen of Swords. I just heard something. I don't know if some of you have been wanting someone to back off, or if you've been feeling like you just want the energy to back off of you. Some of you feel like you've been attacked, either by a person or just by maybe even some bad luck. This will also be successful. There will be a period of time that's coming up for you where that will ease up. I am hearing that will ease up on you. Some of you have been, I feel like, literally attacked by people, by environments, energies. A lot of you are walking a path as well, too. I'm hearing that, you know, nobody really wants to see you walk down. I don't know, because I feel like you're changing, you're different. And I don't think that they like this. And it could be with that Hierophant. Maybe you are moving away from tradition, but maybe you're following your heart on something. Maybe some of you also too are in love with somebody that people don't like. This also, I feel like here, will tread away. It will fall away. What you need to be told, group 4, is that your heart right now is leading you into many different things, okay? It will be obviously different person to person. You need to follow that. You need to keep following that. You are making and creating. You are co-creating. And everything that you're doing is leading you to success and victory, regardless if you can see it, because I feel like a lot of you are really going on faith, like blind faith right now, or whether others see it. I am also hearing that your success and victory will come with wisdom. Like you will be praised for wisdom. You will actually grow into a teacher of some sorts. You will actually be praised for this by others, even the same ones that maybe didn't believe in you. This is actually interesting because I'm feeling like some of you may be dealing with some haters. Oh, what is this? Okay, some of you have been in some very serious issues with others, and I feel like it has something to do with them not believing in you. You will get like vindication. There will be like an apology brought forth with the Knight of Cups. I feel like this is, the Knight of Cups coming towards or clarifying the Emperor. It's like, oh, wise one, you knew all along. I was a fool. I didn't believe you. I should have believed you. There's something coming forward about that. Like something you knew all along, but nobody really saw it, but you held on to it. And regardless of who was against you, you stayed strong with that. People will be coming to you and vindicating you. And I'm not saying that you need that, but that's what I see. Interesting. Now, this Fool card, this new beginning, it's going to come with a lot of chaos. I'm not going to lie, a lot of chaos, a lot of change. I think this is also very, relevant to the new year, to be very fair. I am sensing that. Some of you may have made decisions or have decided to like even energetically put it out to the universe that like you're doing something different this year. You are doing something different. You're not doing the same thing you've done. You want to do something different. And whether it comes with a whole lot of like chaos, like so be it. It's something you want to do. I think a lot of you are breaking out of fear as well too. A lot of you are breaking out of fear. I haven't actually said that for any piles so far. With this pile, I think you're conquering fear, like for once in your life. And let's not underestimate that because, when you can release fear, like everything goes right in your life, everything, because that's what we've been controlled with, right? And that would make sense with the world because, this girl on the card, she's unclothed. She's becoming very bare. She's becoming very unclothed. She's unclothed. She's not becoming unclothed. She is unclothed. So she's very vulnerable and she may be even on her last leg, but she's like, hey, I'm here. I got the faith. I'm still in this game. I'm going to push hard. I'm going to do my part. And I think you're going to be very successful with this because of all of these things. Like you've chosen to put yourself out in a way that, was very hard for you. That Knight of Swords, I can't keep my eye off of that card. Some of you are really chasing some goals that could, to some people, seem very far-fetched. You need to keep going forward. You really do. You need to just, even if you have a bad day, please don't get off that horse. Please keep good. Even his horse is actually looking at him. I don't know if you can see the eye there. The eye is actually looking back at him like, are you sure you want to go here? Are you sure you want to do this? Like, okay, I'll take you there. But, this is a little nuts. But I feel like you have to be a little nuts. Like you have to be a little nuts to dream, don't you? Sometimes you got to be a little delusional because, again, it's not been taught to us to chase our dreams. They say to chase our dreams, but in those other types of ways. With this one, I feel like you're really dreaming big. And I think you're going to be successful because you've got what it takes. And You're willing to change. You're willing to like go to the dark, like the depths of your soul to, declutter all of that, whatever it may be, fear, anxiety, whatever, maybe even fail a bit, but like, with the Ten of Swords, you get back up. Oh my goodness. Wow. Let's get some more. I need more details on this. I'm just going to give me a moment to shuffle because this is a big deck. So we're going to channel again everybody who's watching in group 4. And we're going to bring forth messages they need to hear regarding their next success and or victory. Man, this is big. This is big for pile 4. And, I'm not surprised. We got the bear influencing you. This is what you were gravitated towards. The bear doesn't give up. Absolutely not. Like the bear is in it to the last fight. Okay. And I think for you, you've been passionate, and I think all that passion is actually going to work for you in your favor. So let's get 4 cards from this deck and to see what your next victory and or success will be. Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. Okay, so I feel like with this grasshopper card, I think you're coming into balance. I think you are becoming your best version of yourself, to be very fair, looking at all of this. I think you have a will, you have a way, you are confident. And I think here, you are being careful, but I think you're also being very brave. And that's really, the bear is very brave, okay? The bear will, just put themselves out there in a way, it's a very, cute animal, but it's got its ways. And when it wants something, it will go hard. And I just feel like here you got a mixture of both of those things. So you're carefully handling it, but you're also going after it, which is what is needed more. Gong, an exciting event. So with this one, I feel like there's news coming. I mean, it could vary person to person. If there is somebody who is watching and is looking for like a victory or a success regarding an event, like a particular event, or wants an event to happen, or let's say you are putting together an event that will be extremely successful. You will be victorious. I feel like this exciting event is so grandiose with the gong that you will actually be remembered for this event. I don't know what that's going to mean. Sometime as a reader, you have no idea what the heck you're saying, but I know for somebody it will make sense out there. But there is an exciting event coming up, and it's going to be spectacular. And it doesn't have to be that it's like a fancy thing or that you're dressing up. It could just be something that is going to be huge in your life. Transformational. Okay. More. Hammock. Taking a vacation physically or mentally. So listen, I think you're reaping what you're sowing. I think here, whatever you're doing is going to come with a lot of luxury, to be very frank, security, good times, relaxation, rest. Being able to just, sit in that hammock and just really be happy with yourself. Like just sitting there looking at the clouds and just be like, I did this. I did this. I did this. I feel like a lot of you who are watching, who are, extremely in it to win. And that's going to make sense to like every different person in a different way. But you've got like a will on you that is, should be teachable. Like I see that here with the, oh, wise one, teach me how you did this. Like your story will be something to tell, really. Because I feel like, again, with this pile, you would have to be a little crazy to believe these things. Because if you didn't, you may not go through with it. So you are going through something huge. And I think with the hammock, it's going to come with a lot of trinkets. But it will come with that self-assurance, just like that you did this. You did this. You guys. Give me more. Okay, we have claw. Be careful. Do not take risks. Now, this is a reading which is geared towards positivity, okay? So I'm not going to be reading this reading or looking at this reading in like a negative way, or, especially with what I'm also putting into it, what I feel intuitively. I don't know that I feel like this is a bad card. This feels to me like we're talking to those who have taken risks, Those who have taken risks, who have been told to be careful, those risks are going to pay off. They are going to make you extremely victorious. They are going to make you successful. Listen, this is what I'm talking about again. I feel like with this pile, you had to be a little crazy. You had to go out on a limb. You had to go out, on faith. And I think you've taken risks, and those risks will pay off. And they're telling me to choose 2 more, which is interesting because everybody's gotten 4 of these, but okay, I guess we'll go with that. They want me to draw 2 more. Let's go with 2 more. But listen, with the risks that you've taken, those will pay off. You will be victorious with it. And I feel like it could be with anything. So I don't care if it's an investment. I don't care if it's an investment in yourself. I don't care if it's, going and following your heart because maybe this other path didn't make sense to you. Whatever. More. Chain of events that will affect your life. Yeah, everything is just coming together. Everything is coming together. And what I love about the chain is that it's not just one good thing. It's going to be a chain of events. And your successes and victories will be in multitudes. They're not going to be like a one-time thing. This success that you're moving towards, it's going to bring you longevity. Okay? So beautiful. Okay, last one. We have a fair man. Okay? So we have a fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Listen, this fair man can also be a white man. I think if he has sandy brown hair, it's the same thing for me. Just think of the first person that your mind went to in your heart. I think here there's going to be some sort of victory with this. And what I am hearing is that person is coming back. There's a lot of actual feelings within their eyes. Do these eyes make sense to you? I don't know why I'm also being told that, because I know a lot of people might just disregard this card because they're seeing that it's a fair man. But do the eyes make sense to you? Like when you look into this man's eyes on the card, does it remind you of somebody? That's what I'm being told. These eyes are remembering you. They remember you. They have not forgotten you. There's something very interesting, a dynamic here. And I feel like here there's going to be a victory regarding this person. And it could be meeting them. Maybe you haven't met them yet. Maybe this person is coming into your life to be a protector, a support system. But if this is somebody that you remember these eyes, and you know who this person is, I feel like you're going to be victorious regarding them and successful. I feel like as I'm putting my hands on this person, it's like this person's tucked away in your heart. There's a soft spot for them in your heart. Ooh, okay. All right. So let's move on to another deck. Let's pull 1 card for you guys from this Brittany Carmichael deck. What success and or victory is coming to those who have chosen group 4? You are pure magic. Yeah, you're making your whole life happen for you. This is all about you. This is all about realizing who the F you are, really. Some of you are really stepping into your true power, and that's what's causing a chain of events that will, look like success and or victory. I don't know that some people who have chosen this pile have always thought very highly of themselves, but something has sparked within you. Something has sparked, and whatever you're placing your focus on right now in your life, that's where you're going to have your victories and your successes. So, wow, good for you. Really, really. I really want to just shout out those that are watching. You got to believe in yourself. You do. You can't, it's not always about others believing in you. I would say what's most important is how you feel about yourself. It's not what others feel. And I feel like you found something. You found something within your soul. You're like liberated. And that liberation is just going to cause so much victories and successes. It's like, it's endless. Let's get a card from my Fortune Oracle card deck. One card from this deck. For those that are watching in group 4, next success and or victory. Be careful who you trust at this time. So with this card, I feel like here there has been someone. I think you've got a perception on this. I think you're aware of who this person is. I think you're going to get some sort of success, some victory with respect to them. I am hearing no enemies shall prosper against me. I think this could even mean collectively that people will step aside. They will be honestly triggered by your magic. They may be triggered, but they won't come into your way, okay? That you will be protected. I feel like you will also be, with this card, very protected. You will know and get the gift of perception as to who you can trust and who you can. And if a lot of you have struggled with that, like seeing people really clearly, or maybe you got this kind heart about you, maybe that's what's happening here, okay? They are telling me now to draw another card. I don't know what's happening with this pile, but I have to listen to what they say. So I gotta go with one more. Flowers. Be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. A lot of you have been very generous in your life. Very kind souls who, you know, I'm not here to talk about, you know, maybe if you've been taken advantage of, but listen, I think here, you've got a way about you that you haven't stopped, okay? You have not stopped, no matter as what has happened to you. You haven't let the world completely taint you. You've remained generous. You've remained kind. And I think here, this is a perfect recipe for, you know, emotional fulfillment and success. So you are, I feel like, going to be very successful with emotional fulfillment. You are finding something. You're going forward in your life with this group, and you're finding something that's going to completely fulfill you emotionally. Whether that be this guy, whether it's the online learning, maybe an online presence, getting fame, anything I've mentioned here, okay? Becoming your own boss, I don't know, etc., etc. Passion, if you're finding a passion, this is going to be what gives you emotional fulfillment. A lot of you have been lacking, I feel like, or feeling that there's been like some hole regarding that in your life. And you will be very victorious in that, in filling up that hole. And what's great about it is that it's you. You've done this. You are the one who has done this. And you've stuck it in there. So you've stuck in there when I feel like nobody wanted to believe you. Okay? Let's get, this also reminds me of, like, you know, when people watch you, like, they watch what you're doing, they're a little skeptical, but then all of a sudden they see the rise and they're just watching from the sidelines and they're like, wow. It's like that for me as well, too, I'm being shown. Like, you are going to be a force to be reckoned with. And there are people watching. There are people watching you with this group. Absolutely. People can see the new you emerging, what you're doing, all the big things you're doing. Maybe they're watching online. You got an online presence. I don't know, but wow, people's mouths are just dropped. They're open. You know, and I'm not saying that we should, you know, want to do that to people, but hey, you know, like, you are a leader and you're inspiring others. Okay, give me one card from this deck, please. What will pile 4, group 4, be successful and victorious next with? So we've got the card of Mercury retrograde, which is interesting because it just went direct on January 1st, I believe. I feel like things are going to start going a lot more positive, like from the time that, you know, this reading appears in your feed, okay? But I feel like we got to look at the subheaders here. If a lot of you have been having electronic issues or communication issues, that's also going to subside. But this could also be symbolic for like blockages, because we all know Mercury retrograde, that whole energy of that, it can kind of like hinder us or block us, right? It can make, unknown obstacles just shoot up out of nowhere, right? I feel like here you're driving forward into this new direction in life, and it's just uphill from here. It's just uphill from here. It really is. So that's beautiful. Like, no more blockages, I feel like. I mean, obviously there'll be obstacles, but nothing to the degree of what you've dealt with. I feel like with the communication issues, people have just not been, they have not been hearing you properly or correcting you or hearing you correctly. I feel like we've got a frequency problem here. I feel like those of you who have been around others who are not on your frequency could not understand you. Boy, are you going to prove them wrong. Okay. Let's get 2 cards from this deck for group 4 with respect to what will be their next victory and or success. Yeah, we got a soulmate here. Great connection. There's a relationship coming in. Either that or it's with the one that you know. Just put it to whatever you feel in your heart when you get these messages. I feel like here there's going to be a huge victory regarding the soulmate. And it's supportive. It's really supportive. It fills you emotionally. It's like finally 2 peas in a pod. We get each other. And if you have your soulmate right now, that is also, there's going to be a leveling up between the 2 of you. So amazing. But there's a great connection coming in. Either coming in or with, increasingly getting better with the one that you know of that you would identify as your soulmate. Wow. Okay, one more. Oh, wow, guys. Friendship. Friends, acquaintances, and networks. Now, I'm going to take this up a notch, and I'm going to say soul tribe. You're going to be very victorious in finding your clan. You're going to be also networking with those that want to help you. Like, this is a tight bond. You've got a lot of victory coming within relationships, which is nice. So listen, you may be discarding of old people, this new you going out on a new limb, maybe getting rid of people who just, again, could not understand you on your frequency. And now you're finding those that do. And with this, I do feel like it's soul tribe. New friends are coming in, soul tribe members. You're going to be so victorious because listen, people don't ever find soul tribe. Sorry, they don't. It's very hard to. You have to do a good amount of work on your soul self in order to attract those in, those types of connections. And, this would be, the cream of the cake. Okay. So like, I have no words. This is just amazing. Now let's get 3 cards from this deck to see what else. And the bear doesn't the bear also kind of roll in a pack? I feel like they are pack animals, but I just feel like you're getting your clan, like you're finding your clan, like it's easier now. It's easier for like these great connections to find you. They weren't the easiest before to find, but I feel like it's just easier now. And it's shocking how they find you, how they come in. It's beautiful. It's just wonderful. It's just happiness all around. I see big smiles for you in relationships. Wow. Okay. Let's get 3 cards for those that are watching in group 4. Their next success and or victory. Okay, this is kind of creepy now. So we got friendship breakup here. So you're going to be very victorious in this. A lot of you have been feeling the need to kind of end relationships. And I just said that, right? Like you're discarding of old and bringing in new. You will be this is actually a sign from the universe that whoever you've cut ties with, this was the right move. And this is also why that's coming through in, the terminology of victory and success is because you did the right thing in order to get the new things. One door had to close in order for others to open. But if some of you are dealing with a friendship breakup, or you're on the verge of, just intuitively feeling it, like that soul contract's, over, you will not be making a mistake with that. You will be actually very victorious with it. More. Wow, taking the elevator instead of the stairs. So yeah, you're moving on up. You're going to be extremely victorious with just showing up in your life. Things will be moving a lot quicker. They're not going to be like they were before. Stairs is very symbolic of time and how long it takes you to go upwards. With the elevator, it's just effortless. It's just effortless. And you're going to love it. It's going to make you feel good. I am feeling too like this will bring a whole new image as well. People will not recognize you. And listen, that can be very symbolic of that fame, doing well in your career, making a name for yourself, going online. This is viral energy, okay? The terminology of viral, that's what that card would symbolize to me. Okay, one more. Okay, so this is beautiful. I really love this. So a lot of you may be haunted by the past, okay? There's aspects of you. There's something within your past. It keeps you like a caged bird. You will be freeing yourself with this. Time's up on this, okay? There's a big clock on the back of the card. I don't know if you can see it. You will be able to release this. You will be very victorious in releasing this. A lot of you have been, and I don't know what that's going to be person to person. I'm not saying it was your fault, but there's been a holding on to something in the past, something that weighs on you heavy, and something you've been wanting to release. You will be successful and victorious with this. And when this does happen, it will make you feel lighter and it will allow you to move forward. I think this haunted by the past card could be very telling of something that's kept you stuck. You will be unstuck once you free this, and you will free this. So listen, if you have to go through it, if you have to feel it to heal it, go through it. Whatever you do, don't bottle it up, express it, journal it out if you need to. But if you're working actively right now on something, trying to kind of release something, that is your indicator through the reading. There's no coincidences that you will be releasing this. So good for you. So guys, if you want to catch the extended reading, you can definitely find it through the pinned comment in the comment section. I wish you all the best, guys. Get excited. Take care.